And welcome to Copenhagen, everyone. We're going to talk about the Jewish influence in Denmark, meaning who were the Jews, where did they come from in the first place, and how did they influence the Danish society? This is one of the places where we can have a proof of the king being very appreciative that the Danish Jews helped him out with the economics and with the finances. If you look here above the red spot, you do have the inscription up here that you see on the right side, where you see the name of God written in Hebrew right here. Well, the funny thing about Hans Christian Andersen and the Jews is, well, there are a few stories here. His father was a shoemaker. He made very little money, but the money he made, he wanted to invest in education for his son, Hans Christian Andersen. So he decided to send him to the best school in town. And what was the best school in town back then? It was the Jewish school. So already as a child, Hans Christian Andersen, he got to know about the Jews, who also came in from East, my grandfather on my father's side. And the right picture, that's my father and my grandmother. The picture you're now looking at is taken from a real article in a newspaper. It actually comes from the New York Times, an article about the Danish king who should have said, if the Jews of Denmark, if my Jews have to wear the yellow star, then I will wear it too. Because now you're going to see a little video clip, which will give you an idea of what then happened next.
This morning service is cancelled. I have very important news to give you. Last night, I got word from the most trusted sources that in 2 days, the Germans will raid every Jewish home in Copenhagen and Denmark.
This very fishing boat is called Elizabeth, and the skipper to the left is called Einar Larsen. And this is one of the fishing boats from this village of Dragør, which is only 8 miles out of Copenhagen, so not so far away. And it happens to be one of the larger places where many of the Danish Jews were rescued from, including my own family. Now, not everybody made it to Sweden, and here we have the picture of Jytte Bornstein, who is my father's cousin, and she was amongst those who were caught. And the 470 Danish Jews who were caught and didn't make it over there to Sweden, were sent to a camp called Theresienstadt. This is my grandfather, Charlotte Thalmay. He went out to the fishing village, to the boat Elizabeth that we just took a look at, and he sent off my grandmother and my grandfather to Sweden. And then he said, I'm not going to come with you because I have some business I have to finish. So when I grew up, I realized that the business my grandfather Jacob here was involved with was the resistance. Radicalized Muslim, he came to the synagogue. His plan was to come into the community center and kill all of us. Everybody was in a state of shock, you can imagine. Not only the Jewish community, but the whole country of Denmark. Never seen anything like that in Denmark before.
Well, thank you so much, Charlotte. And the next question is from Cecily, who says, I am curious how kids were kept track of during the Denmark to Sweden escape.
Most of the kids went with their parents and they were together, but also some were left behind. Some of the Jewish parents decided deliberately to leave the kids behind. They were simply afraid that they would give away everyone. They were kids. They were maybe like 1-2 years old, babies. About 140 Danish Jewish kids were placed with Danish families and picked up again 2 years later. It was not unproblematic because some of the kids didn't remember their parents.